In Linux, I'm going to show you how to run a program or a script on a routine, such as once every hour, once a day, once a week, or once a month. The script that I'm going to show you is this here, cron test. This is going to do two things. It's going to give us a log, and it's also going to copy a documents directory into the backup directory. In order to do this, we need to go into the root. Do a right click right here. Select open as root, put in the password. We're going to go up to the etc directory and go down to the cron directory that's marked for hourly. Click and hold down here. Hold the shift and the control key down. Slide it over, let up. Now you produce the link that goes from here over to the cron test file. One of the things you have to do with this is you got to go to properties. Down here it says allow this file to run as a program. Click that. Close that out. We should get a file that will show up in our documents directory. And this file in our documents directory is going to have the time and the date and the log. Then we're going to have another directory show up in our backup directory right here. This is coming from this command right here. This is copy. This is -u, or U means to update, and R is recursive. So if there's other directories, it'll go through those directories as well. If we look at our documents directory, we have the log file that was produced. We have the day, the date, and the time. If you notice, the time is 17 minutes after the hour. It's still once every hour, but 17 minutes after the hour. This was this command right here. These commands can be done in the terminal. So if we go it will give us the day and the time. And if we redirect it, it'll put it in a file. So if we redirect it, just like we did here, okay, we got permission denied. And the reason we got permission denied is if we go over here, this is in root. When this executes our script, it'll write this in root. So if we go over here and we look at the permissions, we see it's root. It's owned by root. If we look at the permissions for this, and if we look at the permissions here, this is owned by links. And we can't change any of this. This is a symbolic link. But the symbolic link is in the root section of your Linux computer. When this is executed, it's executed as root. That's why we're getting this file up here being owned by root. This one right here. Okay, we could also have the same problem over here. It's owned by root. In order to correct it, we'd have to go into root in this directory right here, the backup directory, and open as root. We're going to do this over here with this log file. So right click, open as root, put in the password. Do right click on the log file, go down to properties, go to permission, change this read only for others, because we are others considered by the root. The user here is root, or the owner is root. The access to root is read write, and root's group is read only. We could actually change this to read write, but it's not going to help us any. Others is what we are, because what we are is where this user right here links. So what we got to do is change this to read write. Close that out. I'll close this out. Now we can go into this and edit it. The save is not grayed out. Close this out. We can go here and do a right click and open terminal. Try this ourselves as if it was executed on the hour. ls list. Here's our link. Copy. If you go LL, it'll show it as a link. This is the link, and this is where it's linked to. In order to execute this right here, /paste. Now if we go back to our log, we see a second entry in there. See the time difference, just a few seconds. Now if we take this one thing I didn't cover, if we take this file right here and we want to test it out, and this is the file that we wrote, we do a right click, open terminal, okay, ls, take our cron test, copy it, /, Control-Shift-V, enter, permission denied. So look at what we're doing here is the copy command cannot create a regular file. Permission denied. That is because it is owned by root. See, it's owned by root, and we don't have permission to read write to it. So if we do the same thing here, open as root, you don't have to go through all this if you don't want to modify it outside of what the cron directories are doing for you. Go down to properties, permission. Again, give us read write permission just like we did with the log. We can get rid of this. And then we try it again. We do the up arrow, give us the same command, executed it. What we got going on here is, let's clear this out. Okay, what I'm going to show you is what this command actually is doing. If we copy the command, we can execute it in the terminal. So we're going to copy from here to here. Only if this one is newer than this one. Okay, so far they look the same. So we just take this, we modify it. Exit out, save, exit out, go to our terminal. Now what we're going to do is we're going to paste this command in the terminal. Okay, this is the same command right here. Hit enter. Everything executed successfully. So we go here, it says new. We go here, doesn't say new. Now if this is newer, than this one over here, it's going to copy from here to here. So we exit out of here. This one is this one right here this time. Save. Hit the up arrow. Execute it. Now this is the one we modified this time. And this one is the same. So you see what happened. Copy U R. The U is update. Recursive is if we're going up through directories. If we had another directory in here, I'd put it over in here. We can use this bash script to execute the same commands or same type of commands that are executed in the terminal. We can take these scripts link them into these directories right here. Daily, hourly, monthly, weekly. Now, like I showed you, it doesn't put it exactly on the hour. So this one was the actual execution right here. $17 after the hour. The same with the monthly and the hourly and the weekly. This script will give you a good idea of when it's actually executed. And this is an example of what you can do with the scripts. So you could actually use this to back up from one drive to another. You could use commands that'll back up from one directory to another directory in another computer. If you did that, you'd have to use something like Samba. You couldn't use SSH in a script because you can't initiate an SSH connection without using a password. Okay, so that covers how to execute something on a regular basis, daily, hourly, monthly, weekly. If you like my video, then click like. And I thank you for watching my video.